Okay. This question. FZS has furnished the following data for the 2 years. 20x1, 20x2. Sales 500. Year question mark. Contribution margin ratio 40% and 25% here. Margin of safety is 30% and 10%. As a result of reorganizing its operations, the company lowered its fixed cost in 20x2. To cope up with the lower demand, TQM, the product they are manufacturing is TQM alpha. FZS also cut the TQM alpha selling price and maintained the same level of volume of 20x1. Means they are discussing 20x1 as well as they are discussing 20x2. All questions are here 20x2. What was the total revenue in 20x2? What was the total fixed cost in 20x2? What was the minimum sales level required FZS to cover its total cost? Means nothing but this is the break-even point. They have asked this thing. The given information is this. This is the only information they have given. Okay. So first of all, let us see 20x1 information. Sales are given 500,000. Right? If contribution margin 40%, could you please tell me what is the variable cost ratio?
60%.
So variable cost here is 60%. This is 100%. 60% of this, how much? 500,000 means total variable cost is how much? 300,000. So your contribution margin is how much?
200,000.
200,000. Margin of safety is 30%. Could you please tell me what is the break-even ratio, break-even point ratio, break-even sales ratio? If margin of 30, because total sales always equal to break-even sales and margin 70%. This should come very quickly to you. These are very, very silly, so not silly, basics, very low-level basics. Most of the students, they don't even know that if margin of safety 30 to break-even sales 70. They don't know this thing. But for you, it is easy. Okay. Right? So break-even sales is 70%. Could you please tell me what is the break-even sales value? 500 is our total sales, right? If 70% is break-even sales, what is the break-even sales? 500 into 70%. What is my break-even sales? In total? 350,000. Break-even sales formula is what? Break-even sales formula is what? Fixed cost by CMR. Correct?
CMR.
So what is the fixed cost here? 40%. Tell me what is the fixed cost? Because CMR is 40%, they have given no here. So my break-even sales are 350, we calculated. Break-even sales is 350, fixed cost by CMR. See, when you multiply 350 into CMR, what is the we will get the fixed cost. What is the fixed cost?
140.
So less my fixed cost is 140. This is current level. So what is my profit? Tell me here.
60.
Could you please tell me what is my margin of safety sales? 30%. 30% of 500,000. Tell me what is the margin of safety sales total? 150,000. Correct?
150,000.
Okay. We know that margin of safety is equal to what? Margin of safety is equal to profit by CMR. So cross check whether it is correct or wrong. Margin of safety 150, CMR is 40%. Am I getting same 60? Valid, no? This thing? Okay, this is existing actually. Now the question is what? The question is, as a result of reorganizing operations, the company lowered its fixed cost. They changed the fixed cost. Yeah. That fixed cost is how much they are asking. Number one question. What is the fixed cost in 20x2? To cope up lower demand with the lower demand. So they have reorganized their operation. They decrease the fixed cost and also demand is also decreased. That's why they decrease the selling price. They have decreased the selling price. to maintain the same level of volume. The number of units they want to maintain same. Selling price is decreased, but they want to maintain the same volume. They want to maintain the same volume. Now you please tell me, in 20x2, what is the total variable cost? Because selling price is decreased, we don't know. However, number of units are same, and variable cost per unit is also same. So what is the total variable cost in 20x2, Mr. Ajit? They want to maintain same level of volume. Correct, Mr. Ajit? Am I right or wrong?
Yes,
So
sir.
so variable, how you will get variable cost?
Unmuted, sorry.
Okay, variable cost, how we will get? Units into variable cost per unit.
Units into variable.
In 20x2, units are changing, they want to maintain same level of volume. Units are not changing.
Yeah.
Variable cost per unit is decreased? No, only selling price is decreased. That means what is units into variable cost? Here, what value is there? Is it the same here, variable cost for 20x2, Mr. Rajit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, variable cost will remain same.
Variable cost is remains. This is the important point you need to understand. Okay. Now you tell me, if 20x2 contribution margin ratio is 25%, what is the variable cost ratio?
Variable cost ratio will be
75.
60 plus 75.
25. Simple, no? 100
Yeah.
minus 25.
25.
Don't get confused. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I will ask question directly. It's very difficult to answer sometimes. Even we know the answer. Okay. So if contribution margin ratio is 25%, variable cost ratio is how much? 75%. So that means 75% is 300,000. What is my total sales? That is equal to 100%, right? Therefore, total sales 100% is equal to how much?
400.
400,000.
400.
That is your first answer. What was the total revenue? 400,000. What was the fixed cost? What was the fixed cost? Because they told fixed cost is also decreased. What was the fixed cost? How to calculate fixed cost? We know that margin of safety is 10%. What is the break-even sales percentage? If margin of safety
90%.
90%. What is our total sales?
400,000.
400,000.
So therefore, break-even sales total value is how much? Break-even sales in dollar value is how much?
160. 360.
400 total sales, margin of safety 90%. Sorry, margin of safety is, break-even, margin of safety 10, break-even sales is 90%. Therefore, break-even sales in dollar value is how much? 360.
360.
We know that break-even point is equals to, break-even point in dollars is equals to fixed cost by CMR. Correct? Break-even sales we got 360. Fixed cost we don't know. CMR is how much? When CMR is directly given 25%. 0.25. Therefore, fixed cost is equal to what? 360,000
90,000.
into
90,000.
0.25 is equal to 90,000. So this is your second answer, 90,000. What was the minimum sales level required FZS to cover its total costs? This is the break-even point. Break-even point already we calculated. That is 360,000. In this way, we need to answer. The logic point is what? When this is given to you, selling price is decreased, fixed cost changing, fixed cost is changing, but what is not changing? Not changing is variable cost per unit is not changing, and they want to maintain same level of output. Variable cost per unit is not changed. They want to maintain same level of output, means definitely the total variable cost is equals to same what was there in 20x1. That is only cracking point. In this way,